I see it all the time on social media. Single mothers backing their kids no matter what, no matter how wrong they are, no matter how disrespectful, no matter how much damage it causes. And then those kids grow up without accountability, without real values, without respect for anything or anybody. But I know a mother who did it completely different. And what she built with her family is a good blueprint we need to see more of. See, right now, blended families are failing at record rates, and there's no single reason why. Sometimes stepdads walk into situations they never vetted properly. Sometimes mothers don't stand united with the man they chose. Sometimes stepdads come in trying to dominate instead of build. It's complicated, it's messy, but this family, they figured out something most don't. They operated from a place of mutual accountability, mutual respect, mutual standards. His mother raised him in a home where God came first. Respect for elders was not a suggestion. It was a requirement. She did the work alone for years, and she held it down right. But here's what made her different from almost every mother I see today. She operated on a principle that so many have completely abandoned. Right is right, and wrong is wrong, period. She loved her children unconditionally, but that love didn't mean blind support if you were right. He had your back all the way. But if you were wrong, she disciplined you. She made you face what you did. I love you. You're my child. But I'm not supporting wrong. I'm not taking part in foolishness. That was the standard in that house. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. And that principle, that clarity, that's what saved her family when everything got tested. Then a man came into the picture. That oldest boy had known his biological father. He remembered when his parents were together. He understood what divorce meant. And when his mom brought this man around, that boy had real feelings about it. Anger, grief. So he started testing hard, looking for cracks, because if there were cracks between his mother and this man, he could use them. He could divide them. He could control the situation. But his mother did something most mothers don't. She didn't protect him from accountability. She didn't choose him over the truth. She got stern with him and made one thing absolutely clear. There'll be no disrespect in this house. That boy needed to hear that. And he needed to feel that his mother meant it. Now, the man who came into that picture, he came in clear. He said, I'm going to help raise these children. But here's the key. He came in as a leader, not a dictator, not a dominator, a leader. He protected that family. He loved that family. He held standards. And he earned the right to be called father. And this mother, she followed his leadership. She stood with him, but she also made sure that balance stayed true. That's fairness. But before any of that happened, there was a moment. Early on, while they were still dating, she corrected him in front of the kids, and not gently. She hollered at him. She showed division, and he didn't like it, not because of ego, but because he understood something she had not grasped yet. Moment kids see a crack, they will exploit it. So he pulled her aside, respectfully, and he explained it to her straight. Don't ever do that again in front of them. And she heard him. She received it. She already operated from a place of truth, not protection of image. Then, and this is important, they didn't just fix it between themselves. They brought the kids in, all of them. They sat down together as a family that was about to become one family. And they talked about it. They worked it out together. All four of them united. From that day forward, No cracks. None. Because now the kids understood something real. Their mother and this man, they would always come back to unity. That is security. A montage of time passing, the oldest boy and the man in the house together, moments, respect building, not forced, earned, quiet moments of real connection. That is the blueprint. A woman with godly standards already in place. A woman who disciplines her children instead of abandoning them when they are wrong. A woman who is fair. A woman who attracted a good man through her character, not her neediness. And a man who came in to lead, not to dominate. Man who earned the right to be called father. That's what works. It takes both of them getting it right. Both of them. Committed to standards of them willing to be corrected when they are wrong. And this guy I know, he watched his mother and his father do exactly that. Over and over, no matter how hard it got. And what he learned watching that, it changed everything. How he sees women, relationships, and what actually works. Legacy is built in the moments when everything is falling apart, and you choose to keep building anyway. Now, here is where the story gets really interesting, because this mother, good as she was, she had a blind spot, and she didn't even know it existed. Those two oldest boys, they had a whole other life. She knew absolutely nothing about it. See, the oldest one especially, he was angry. His biological father was in his life, but not really present. His mother had done the work, real work. But a teenage boy with unresolved stuff about his father, he was gonna act out somewhere. And the basement became that place. He would tell his mom they were sleeping. They weren't. He would say they were studying. No, they were down there with some girls. And his mom believed him because she had done her job raising him right. She thought the foundation she built was enough, but foundations are not enough. When a teenager decides to test every limit, then this man came into the picture, and the first thing he did, he saw what the mother could not see. He saw that something was not right. He looked at those boys and said something that changed everything. He said, "You need to check on those boys. Something is not right." He had fresh eyes and discernment. The kind of thing a father brings to a family that a single mother doing it alone sometimes can't see. So the mother checked, and she found out the truth. And what she did next, that's when everything changed in that household. She didn't make excuses for her boys. She didn't blame the man. She didn't protect them. She got hard, real hard. She shut it down completely, and she made it crystal clear. This is not how we operate. Not in this house. Not anymore. Not ever again. She confronted the oldest boy, not yelling, but firm in a way that is unmovable. He received it. He knows he crossed the line he can't uncross. This is a mother holding the line, and that oldest boy, as angry as he was, he respected that because his mother had always been consistent. She was not changing now just because he was testing harder, but there was something else happening too, something deeper. That man, he was different from what the boy expected. He was present. He was paying attention. He was calling out what needed to be called out, not to win, not to dominate, but because he genuinely cared about what those boys were becoming. Something shifted. That oldest boy needed that. And by the time he realized it, it was too late to keep up the wall. The wall had already started cracking. Real love does not force entry. It earns it. That's the test. And that's what most men never understand. A woman with a teenage boy, especially one with anger or grief underneath, she needs a man who will not be moved by the testing, who will call it what it is, and a mother who will back that man up, even when it's hard. Because sometimes love means letting your child face consequences. That's what builds a man. The boy did not respect the man because he was nice. He respected him because the man earned it through not backing down. And over time, he started calling him Dad. That's the blueprint for what works. Not a mother who shields her kids from accountability, but a mother who disciplines them. Not a man who tries to be cool, but a man who leads.
See, here is what that oldest boy did not understand at the time, but he understands now. That man was not trying to replace his biological father. He was just consistent. He showed up, he called things out, and he stood with the mother no matter what. That is what earns respect from a teenage boy. Not friendship, not being cool, real consistency. That is what transforms a boy who is lost into a man who respects real leadership. The oldest boy stops testing, stops looking for cracks, because there are none.
Now this guy, he grew up, he built his life, he traveled. And what he discovered out in the world, it gave him a whole new perspective on everything we just talked about. A busy western city street, people rushing, dating apps on phones. The energy is transactional, cold. Here is something that nobody wants to say out loud, but every man knows is true. The older you get, the harder it becomes to find a woman without children. That is just the reality of where we are. The dating pool shifts, the options narrow, and that leaves men with a real question. What do I do with that? A man scrolling through dating profiles, every profile, women with children. He puts the phone down and looks out the window, thinking, processing. A man standing at a crossroads, multiple paths in front of him, a man who has himself together, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. He has more options than the culture is telling him. Because a man of real substance and real character naturally attracts younger women. That is not ego talking. That is just the dynamic. Younger women are drawn to stability, to leadership, to a man who has done the work. And younger women, especially those who still carry traditional values, they are out there. You just have to know where to look and have the patience to find them. But here is where this guy's travels really opened his eyes. He went to Asia. Business took him there. And what he observed, it was not what he expected. Now let me be very clear about something. Women are women everywhere. The heart of a woman is the same whether she is in Columbus, Ohio or Manila, Philippines. But what is different is the cultural environment, the values, the expectations around family marriage and commitment. In places where godly family values are still the foundation, things look different. The systems are different. And men who have found love in those environments, they found something that aligned with their values. This guy met people over there, men who had moved there. Some married women with children. Some found younger women who had never been married. But across the board, what he noticed was this. The foundation was different. Now he is not saying those environments are perfect, but what he observed, it made him think deeply. What happens when cultural values break down? What happens when the systems designed to support family stop working? Something shifted in Western culture, and it did not happen overnight. The systems around dating shifted, and what was left, it has made it harder for good men and good women to find each other. Men and women both got caught in it. So what is the lesson? Simple. If you are a man with your life together, you have more options than the culture is telling you. You do not have to settle. You do not have to rush. You do not have to accept a situation that does not align. Build yourself, know your worth, be patient, and seek a woman whose values match yours, wherever she may be. Not chasing, not desperate, just a man doing the internal work. Seek wisdom first. That is the foundation of everything we have talked about. The mother who got it right, the man who led with wisdom, and the boy who recognized it. That is the kingdom. And there is one more thing this guy I know needs to share with you. One more layer to this story. The most important part. Stay right here.
So throughout this video, I told you about a guy I know, a guy who watched his mother navigate one of the hardest situations a woman can face, a guy who saw what a godly single mother looks like when she gets it right, a guy who tested every limit, who carried anger about his biological father, who tried to find cracks between his mother and the man she was building with. A guy who eventually, about a year after they got married, stopped calling that man by his name and started calling him something else. Dad. That family went on to build something real, something successful. Not because everything was perfect, but because the foundation was right. God first, unity between the mother and the man, accountability for the children, real standards, real values, real love. That mother, she wasn't perfect. She made mistakes. She had a moment where she cracked, but she received correction with humility and she fixed it. And that man, he never stopped leading, never stopped seeing clearly, never stopped showing up. Together, they built a legacy. Now, I want to leave you with something you can take from this. Whether you are a man, a single mother, or a young person in a blended family right now, here is what this story teaches all of us. For the men, vet carefully, observe deeply. A woman who has her children in line before you arrive, that is the standard. Look for godly character. For the single mothers, your children's respect for authority is your responsibility to build. Carry yourself with such integrity that you attract a good man. And when a godly man offers real leadership, receive it. Stand with him. Close the cracks. Your children need to see unity more than you winning an argument. For the young people, the man who shows up consistently and leads with wisdom, give him a chance. Sometimes he sees things about you that you cannot yet see. Now, I told you at the beginning of this video that I know a guy who went through all of this, who tested every limit and found out that real love does not crack. I told you I know that guy, and I do, because that guy is me. My mother was that woman. My stepdad was that man, and I was that angry oldest boy who tested everything. That is what Kingdom Comebacks is built on, not theory, but a real family who got it right. Chose God first, chose accountability over comfort. Because they got it right, I am standing here today, able to tell you the truth about what actually works. Go build something that lasts.